Sanjay, Program Manager for Girl Script Summer of Code 2024. This video is intended to solve all your questions regarding to how to contribute from beginner level to advanced level. Now, even if you are an expert at open source, I would recommend you to watch this video because we are showing you complete guidelines on how to contribute. Now, as a contributor, the first step is to go to our website and click on 2024. This one will fetch. If you don't click out, it won't update. So make sure that you click on 2024, then search by machine learning or any of the project tech stack you want to contribute, or you can randomly go through any of the repository and find which one you like to contribute. And yeah, then I will show you the next step. All right. So I just want to contribute into a project called something which is related to machine learning because I'm a data scientist, right? Now click over on the project over there. If you click over here, project details, you can understand what is that project is all about. Then you can click on the title of the project. You will redirect into that particular website. Now the second rule, we asked most of the project admin to update their repository. So you will be finding a common readme file called learn.md, which will clearly defines what is that project is all about and how to replicate that project. And if you don't find this learn.md, which means that project is really amazing, so we didn't want the people to write the same thing again. So you just scroll down, you will be able to find it over here, which is like a readme session of the first page which you see in the repository. Now in this particular page, it has a video. In some projects, it will be having a complete return instruction with a screenshot and how the UI looks like and everything. Now, so this is the case. You will be able to understand complete guideline on how to understand the project and how to replicate the projects. Now, what happens when you click on learn.readme? So as I told you before, it has complete instruction on what the project is doing, what all code base they have been using, and how many people have all worked on that, and a conclusion of the projects, right? So the first thing as a contributor, understand what the project admin want to do or the project is trying to accomplish. So once that is done, you will be seeing code of conduct empty. So if you don't see any code of conduct empty on the profile, just request admin to update it because we asked the admin to do it the same. All right, so that's the two common things you will be able to find. Now as a contributor, you have to go to the issue session. So this is the session where you will see a lot of issue raised by the people. Now you can see there is like a lot of issues happening over here. So these are the issue which is returned by the project admin. Sometimes you can also raise an issue. For example, this is the existing issue available. Now as a contributor, you can raise an issue. Now I will come to that part. The first part is like, look at the existing issue is happening. For example, this one, update the existing visualization and improvements. There are like tags like Gssoc level 1. Now this is very tricky part. I will attach the link in the comment box. So regarding this particular thing, here you will be able to see every details, right? Now as a contributor, if you come to this website or any issues repository, make sure that first thing you see the Gssoc label, or then you see the level of contribution, whether it is a level 1, level 2, level 3. Only 3 levels applies. Okay, so you can see level 2 is over here, level 3 is over here, and a project can't be level 1 and level 2 at the same time. So if you see multiple labels, that's counted as a spam. So make sure that there's no 2 levels mentioned in one single issue. So it should be either level 1, level 2, or level 3, as you can see here, and it should be have the label of Gssoc. That's how the leaderboard is automatically fetching your leaderboard and update it. Now we know that before we were using some other labels, it's all completely fine. Because if you see something called level space 1 before you were using and already pulled the request, it's all right. We will manage your leaderboard. We will tell the project admin to update the according to without the space level 1, level 2, level 3 labels. So I hope this is clear till now. So this is the basic thing as a contributor you should able to understand to get the score in your leaderboard ranking, which we are going to publish on 30th of May. Now, if you see some issues which is not having any of the labels, for example, these all issues doesn't have any labels like Gssoc label 1. Still, you can ask the project admin to label it. For example, if you have the permission to already label it, you can go and label it over here, like label. I think try to read this thing. A static web page for represent analyzing data. So it's just like a static web page. So it's like a level 3. You can mark it, or you can, if you don't have a permission to update it over here, you have to request to the project admin. For example, please assign the label, I would like to work on this issue. So as a project, I'm the owner of this project. So as a project admin, I can just go and comment Dev and Nawash. I assigned the labels. You can start working. You can start working, right? Now you can see in the project there are like many comments saying that okay, they want to contribute. So as a project admin, it's up to the project admin. We can't say anything on that particular part. So up to project admin which person they have to accept it. So make sure that you must be clear on how to pitch your project admin. For example, I can see a lot of people. So I, as a person who are really, I'm into open source, I just want everyone to give an equal chance. But again, there is an issue. I can only assign 10 people over here. See, assign up to 10 people on the issue. If you are if there is like more than 10 people asking for to assign the issue, as a project admin, GitHub won't let the project to assign it. So when you pitch it to the project admin on the description, just explain a bit much more what you can really accomplish, and maybe something, pitch your ideas, pitch whether you can really do it. Then he will be able to assign. Now in my scenario, there is like less than 10 people, so I can assign couple of people over here. So that's like I assigned 4 people over here, so they can work simultaneously, and I can just see which pull requests they are updating, and I can update their pull request on my branch. So as a project admin, I have a freedom to select the best one. So when I mean as I assign 4, doesn't mean that I should merge all the 4 pull requests. I can have a flexibility to select the best one and merge it. I hope this part is clear to you, right? So this is the thing, and also you will be able to earn a badge by co-authorizing as committing. For example, if you go here, let me show my profile over here. So you can have a badge called co-authorized commit. So this is like when you co-authored commits with another people, you will get this particular badge. So try, so when I assign 2 or more people to work on the same thing, you will be able to get this badge. Now, yeah, saying that, okay, where was my issue? Okay, saying that, make sure that ask the project admin to assign it. So none of these issues has the label of Gssoc or anything, and I can see people are commented on it. All right. Now you might also face an issue that project admin is not reacting to you, or if they are not responding in one day. Let us know over here. We have this page called flag the project. So here we know that it's like a 200, we have received around 400 500 projects. Our team did best to identify the best projects. Sometimes there might be human error, that we might have fetched some wrong URL, or when we created a spreadsheet we might have lost the URL or something like that, or we might have missed categorizing, we might have put a bad project into the list as well. So if that's the case, please let us know in over here in the discussion board. There is already people comment on it. So we will make sure that we take action on those projects when we will kick out those projects. All right. And even if the project admins is taking too long time, maybe 2 or 3 days to get you back, let us know in the comment box with the project name, project URL, and your issue. Make sure that you attach your issue link as well. For example, if you're working on this particular issue and I am the project admin and you ask me something and I'm not responding, copy this, flag the project name, Stack Overflow, link to the project or link to the issue. So we will be able to understand and we will assign a team to flag the project and remove from the Gssoc. So we don't want people to wait you contributors. All right. So we will make sure that we take actions on it. Now, so that's the thing. We will come back to the PR perspective. So before that, I just want to touch upon one more thing. So this is a page where whatever I'm teaching you, it will be available over here like a step-by-step instruction. Also, you might have some questions like the core team is only 20 people and we can't manage 27,000 people. That's why we created this discussion out of the Discord team where it will mutually beneficial for you. So this discussion box is to ask questions related to any technical issues or any questions regarding the program or any issues which you find related to the projects or something like that. So and if any technical issue, sometimes when you merge some requests there will be conflict happens. Put your link over here, ask the help from the community, so community people will literally help you. Now you can see I have a contribution related to doubts. There is already 4 people asked this question. Let me go here. There is like literally a lot of opinions and how to address the particular issue. I personally believe this is like more healthier discussion board than the Discord group we have. The discussion will be there, and even you can search your similar queries which is already there or not. Now to ask the questions over here, all you need to do is like create a new discussion, click on Q&A, get started, then type your Q&A over here, type your questions. That's it. That's all you need to do. Now if you don't have any questions, if you want to help the community, you have an option to help the community over here. Now you get badges. For example, when you answer somebody's question and the particular person who asked the question mark your answer as answer, you get this badge from the GitHub which you can showcase on your profile. For example, if you just go over here, you can see I got a bronze badge. So this is like a bronze badge over here, and so yeah, when I answer something, GitHub will provide you bronze badge. So it starts from default to gold. So if you answer 32 questions, you get the gold answer. So you can see the leaderboard over here who gets the more answers. Yeah, so when somebody answers your question, you will get it. So now how you will be able to find the unanswered question? You have a filter option here. Click on unanswered questions. You have one unanswered question over here. Click over here, answer the question. Or if somebody mark this question, for example, if somebody create a new discussion on ideas or general, it won't be applicable to you. So make sure that you ask the question in Q&A. So if you ask over here, its answers is enabled, so people will be getting back to you very easily because they get the badges. So it's like a healthy way for you can, as a community member, any contributors can come here and answer the questions. And make sure that you don't use ChatGPT to answer, because there are some people who really wanted to solve their issue, and if you just copy the ChatGPT answers over here, what's the point? They can easily go and ask the ChatGPT the questions, right? So make sure that you type it your own. We can see whether it's a ChatGPT or not, and we just make sure that our core team make sure that right people get the answered button and get the badges. All right. So we touched upon that thing, and you might be, most common question we received is the mentor. We asked the questions regarding the mentors, like where we can find the mentors. So this is a page where you can find the mentors. The link is there in the description box. Once you click over here, you can see different mentors for different projects which we have assigned to it. Search by the project name. So these are the email ID. We will get their LinkedIn ID as well when and GitHub ID and add it over here. For the time being, this is the email ID. Just email them or let them know that you've been doing the project thing over here in this particular project. You need some help. They will be arranging your session. Now I will create another page to flag the projects. Maybe I can open one more discussion to flag the mentors. They are rude to you, not following community guidelines, and not good enough. So I created a new discussion form. I will attach over there as well. So here you can flag your mentors if you find that they are not even skilled enough, because we did interview and we kind of get to know, okay, we selected the best person. Sometimes sometimes what happens is like the particular project may not work for the particular mentor, so he won't be able to give you particular insight. So let us know whether the mentor is helpful for you, so we can rearrange the mentor or kick out the mentor from the Gssoc community, and make sure that the mentor following the community guidelines, they are polite and ready to help you. That's the all process of open source. So if they are not, let us know, we will flag the mentors. Now regarding the certificate, we have created another issue. You can see the certificate over here. All the people who will be able to secure at least 60 points will be getting the certificate. So 60 points is very easy. Like you try to solve 2 level 3 or 4 level 2 issues, and as I told you, there are 205 projects and there is like a plenty of issues available. All right, so you don't have to worry about it. Now if you haven't received confirmation mail, click over here, type your email ID and things. You can see our team member Saksham is already working on it. You get instant community mail, because sometimes we have rolled out 27,000 email and it was not an easy process. Sometimes you know, you might have given us wrong email ID, or you might have given us you know, technical issue can happen. So that's why the email is not yet reached to you. So make sure that you give us the email ID. So the Saksham is already working on it. You can see he is very responsive, so it will be sorted out easily. So there won't be no more questions about emails furthermore. Then the third thing is like how to contribute. There is another awesome discussion board. As I told you, this is answered by community members, contributors like you. You can just go here and see somebody has already posted an image like this. So this is like very helpful. All right, now coming back to the contribution. So this is like getting more interesting right now. Now as I told you, just wrapping up it again for you guys. As I told you, if there is no labels, you can label it. You can, if you have the right to label, you can click on the label and you can label as Gssoc and everything, or you can ask the community member project admin, tagging the project admin to label it. All right, you can find the project admin by who created the project. For example, if you go over here, you can see the name over here, Sanjay KB, and he is the project admin, right? So you can tag it over there. Now the second thing is like there are like a lot of issues which is available and is already assigned and people are working on it. You can go through the project and you can find which functionality you can improve. So if you find some functionality which you can improve, create and click on new, and this is like a standard thing, like a standard repository which we have given. If you don't want to request a feature request and you want to work on it, you can create on that, or you can open a blank request. For example, I can request a new feature, type the details like I want to add, you can type like add demographic analysis and explain the issue, why it is relevant to that particular project, and let us know how to just answer all these questions. Like try to answer most of the question and tell them what kind of level it comes to, level 1 or level 2. Then submit the issue, tagging the project admin if you want to, else just click on submit new issue. So this issue will be available over here, and project admin will be automatically notified by GitHub team on this, and project admin will refer that and they will assign you. It might take some time to project admin to update, so they might be handling different projects, so try to wait 1 or 2 days. Meanwhile, you can find another projects and contribute over there or raise an issue. So it's like a competition platform. So the main purpose is like you get hands-on different stack, and if they really like you, they will be assigning you future issues to you automatically. And also have a look at the repository here and there, because when they see that okay, there is new requirement, project admin can also update the new issues over here. Now it's the final thing. Now the thing is like you made the changes, you forked the projects and you made the changes. In that case, what you need to do is I'm not explaining you how to merge the request, so because we already had a live session yesterday, you just go to the YouTube and search by Gssoc. You can see the live session over here where I explained you how to fork and how to do the pull request and everything. Else you can come over here on the contributors page and you can understand, or you can go to in the same contributor page, or not in the contributor page, on the Gssoc. If you open down here, open source practice, here I explained you how to contribute one by one and how to fork and how to merge requests. Now I'm directly jumping into merge requests because we already passed 20 minutes right now. Okay, let's back to where was that? Okay, let me go to the repository, pull request. Now you made the changes and you requested a pull request. Now for example, you can update any simple pull request just like this. For example, made a link functioning issue. So this is like an issue which I highlighted in yesterday's meeting. Even if you are a beginner, just a documentation changes can really helpful. So the record was appearing over here. Now the first thing, when you request an issue, once you request a pull request, you can see it over here whether it's available or not. Then make sure that you request to the particular project admin. Click on the request button, so the project admin will get notified about the particular pull request. Else it might take some delay him to merge. So it was not assigned, so I was not aware about any of the pull requests has been added. Sometimes the mail notification will be disabled for subscription of the particular repository. So make sure that you assign the repository review button over here. So as a project admin, he can just go and he can literally see previous file and new file, and he has made the changes over here, and he can click on viewed and he can click on good to go, submit review. So once I submit review, you can see it is already approved and GitHub is changing for to merge or not. Now if you if the project admin wanted you to merge, they will ask you to merge it, or if the project admin want to merge it, they can just do merge request, confirm merge. So this changes has been added into what into the repository. And make sure that all the issues which you are working like this, you marked it as like a labels, and the labels should be already there. For example, if you open the closed issue, yeah, the issue which I merged is not mentioned before. He just directly tried to push it into my repository, so it doesn't count as a leaderboard thing. So make sure that you work on this particular issue, and when you pull request, just mention that issue, which issue you are trying to solve. So what he will be getting is like he will be getting only 1 point in the leaderboard because it's like a beginner level thing, right? Yeah, and I can see a couple of issues like this: add more visualization, analysis. Now if you click on this is like an issue. If you when you do pull request, when you go over here, and if you see something called #32, which means that you are referring to an issue, that's the right procedure. Now this person has been provided, and make sure that you ask you describe what is that merge pull request is all about. If you're just doing it just like this, what happens is like it's a version control thing. So when I go over here, Stack Overflow, and click on the commits button, as anyone, you can see what all changes he has made. Now if there is any issues in the code, see update readme file. So when I click over here, if you don't mention what is that all about, it would be very hard for the people to understand what is that pull request is all about. So make sure that you mention a good description on the particular pull request, what is that pull request is all about, and make sure that you assign the pull request to the particular reviewers, so the reviewers will get notified about it, right? If there is like multiple project admins on that, you request for multiple project admins, and you can ask your mentor to review as well, so he will do the reviews as well. If the mentors list is appearing over here, good. And make sure that the labels is assigned as Gssoc level 2 uh, it can be either done by the, if you don't have the right to change it, the particular project admin will do that for you. Now this is like added more visualization, so this is like a more advanced level changes. So as a project admin, I will just review it. You can see all the changes he has added to it. This is pretty good. This is like, as a beginner, this is pretty good. Now so that's all the guidelines. Make sure that whenever you when somebody merged your pull request, make sure that the labels is available. So this is the only label which we refer to, right? And we will also notify the project admin to do the same guidelines. So once you do this, for example, when you click on add review, I can see an option to review option over here. All right, so now I can merge the request by labeling it. And even if you merge it, make sure that okay, whatever you're merging has been done is labeled. So these two are very important. So now this particular person will get around 25 points for the level 2, right? So that's how the things works. So I hope you had an understanding about how the things working over here. It might be quite overwhelming for the person who really started on the open source, but this is like an amazing way for contribution. And you know, people who contribute, you can see the contributor names over here. So and it will appear over here as well, right? So you can pitch this contribute. For example, you might be wondering like why I'm contributing to somebody else's code. So but the thing is, like, open source is something like a very big, so you being contributing to this, you also becoming a part of this particular big project. And now you can pitch in your resume saying that okay, I worked on this particular project and here is a proof. And if it is like a website like this working, you can just show the website, okay, I built this website and I've been part of this and you contributed it. So that's something big, and you can refer that in your resume and everything. And let us know in the comment box. For example, the discussion board is open on the contribution page and all the links will be available. And if there is any further questions, please feel free to ask it over here. And if you want to answer somebody's question, just click on filter by unanswered. Right now all the questions has been answered. So that's the power of, you know, this thing. So make sure that you ask questions over here, so you get your instant reply from the community member. And make sure that once somebody's answered your question, make sure that you click on answer button. For example, you click on answer button and answer it. All right, so that's all on this particular guidelines. I hope I covered everything. If I don't cover anything, ask in the discussion forum over here, so I'll be happy to help you. So thank you. And the leaderboard, as I told you, the leaderboard will be updated at May 30th. So we just want the guidelines to be fixed, everything should be proper, so then we will be updating the leaderboard with the updated thing. And we have a lot of surprises for the leaderboard. When we launch the leaderboard, there is like a giveaway, so I'm not disclosing it right now, so you just try to contribute right now, so that's all it matters. And if there is any issue, let us know, and also flag the projects and flag the mentors if they are not really helping you much, and let us know. We will review that from our side, because the team is kind of completely free after launching the program, so we will review all these things. And parallelly we will also review, and if there is any, you already made a PR request and the labels is not marked, we will be helping you that. Or also just please update your queries on the discussion board and saying that do contribute, and make sure that it's not about how big you contribute. If you are a beginner, this is a great place to start, and you can help us by creating documentation. For example, there is like, if you just want to try it out, not just for the project, you are feel free to welcome to change anything on the contributor thing. You can ask for changing in this documentation or adding a new PR, saying that how the complete guidelines looks like. So this doesn't count towards your leaderboard. If you just want to try it out, this is an amazing place for you to get started. So saying that, happy coding. Let us know any doubts. Team are there to help you. Thank you.